Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be pairing up Jellicent and Sirfetch'd. So this is going to be pretty fun. Let's see what we have going on here. I will have their IVs as well as their moves on the side, so you can go ahead and take a look at that. Now for the third Pokemon, we're going to be kind of swapping it out periodically and randomly, using it a couple of times, using it once, and just testing it out. This is what we're going to be doing here. So this is going to be an okay matchup here. Now if we do have Ice Beam, they do need to be weary of that, but it looks like they're going to be letting it go through. Getting that Shadow Ball through does do a good amount of damage, so we're just going to go ahead and let this through. That's fine. We do have the Alolan Ninetales with us right now, so that's going to be an easy farm down. Good amount of energy, but I'm sure they're going to be ready for us, so they're going to be going in with a Lantern here. So we're going to go ahead and go Psyshock, and I do believe we want to swap pretty soon. We're going to gain a little energy here and go into Sirfetch'd. Now I'm going to tell you Sirfetch'd, you don't need me to tell you twice, I'm sure you already know, is an amazing Pokemon. It hits so hard and it has great moves. Now the only problem is the thing can't really take a hit, and I do have the ideal IVs, low attack, high defense, and stamina, so we are maximizing the most bulk that we can get out of this thing, and wow, it just simply can't take a hit, but the damage output is absolutely phenomenal. And like we said, the movesets are going to be great for the current meta. So they're going to be going for Thunderbolt. We're going to go ahead and shield that up using our last shield here, and this will be super effective if it does land, expecting them to use that last shield, of course. And they're putting up a good fight. I like that. Even though it looks like they're going to be losing here, they're still going to stay in. And we're going to be taking that Thunderbolt. In comes the Alolan Ninetales, and we're going to be building up to a Psyshock, and this will be taking out the Lantern. And looking good. Fantastic. So we are going to be using Umbreon as well for the third Pokemon here down the line, and a few others. So we're going to be met with a Lapras, and they're going to be instantly swapping. Looks like we still have the Alolan Ninetales. We're going to be staying in here for a minute, and more than likely this is going to be a Psyshock. And there it goes, doing a decent amount of damage. We're building up quite a bit here. Yeah, probably should have threw that bubble a little sooner so we didn't have to take that much damage. But that's fine. Getting a little bit more energy in and then swapping into our Alolan Ninetales here. And let's see what they're going to throw. It's going to be a Psyshock. Not doing that much damage since we did lower their attack. We're going to have a bit of an advantage at this point here. So we're going to be able to do normal damage and not reduced. And there we go. And at this point, I do feel like I want to farm down. It is going to cost me a couple of Psyshocks, I do believe. And we're going to be coming out of this barely able to survive. That's fine. We're going to have a bunch of energy ready to throw, and we do hit hard, so let's see what's going to happen here. We have barely enough health to survive a quick move, and they're going to be bringing in Lapras. We're just going to hit the Psyshocks one after another here. Should be able to get to another one after a couple of quick moves, or just one. Fantastic. And this Lapras getting energy is perfectly fine. It is going to be a Shadow, so we kind of need to look out for those moves, but we do have Sirfetch'd as well as Jellicent, which is going to be able to completely wall the Lapras. Well, the Jellicent is going to be. They're going to be letting it go through and going in with a Tropius. And I'm going to tell you this, I am really missing my Mawile when I see this thing. I can't stand it. It is so annoying because it is just that good. It's so bulky. It hits hard. It has great moves. I have one personally. I probably should start trying to use it. As a matter of fact, we do throw it on the team after we did get beat here. Because I have been getting beat by Tropius lately, and it is kind of annoying because I don't have the Mawile. And of course, all these, Tropius are just magically appearing. What do you know? Alright, so we're going to be going for the Bubble Beam to just lower their attack, getting a shield out of them, but they know at this point there is no need to flex, so shielding it up, it could have been a Shadow Ball, obviously, and they're simply going to be able to take us out. They have a shield left, and they have a bunch of energy going for that here, and we're going to be taking a loss. Hey, it's all good. Mawile, we'll be back in it soon. Alright, into the next battle here. Let's see what we're going to be met with, and it's in Hypno. This can be good and bad because if they hit us with Shadow Ball, that's obviously going to be hurting quite a bit, but I did notice that it was purified, so maybe it has Return and Fire Punch, maybe Thunder Punch, so let's see. So we're going to be lowering their attack here, and I do believe we're going to let this go through. It is a Thunder Punch, and as you can see, not doing that much damage. Getting to a Shadow Ball, this will KO if we do get it through. And we do fantastic. What do they have back there? It is going to be a Umbreon. So that's obviously not going to be a good thing for the Jellicent to see. But we're going to go ahead and lower the attack. Probably should have swapped sooner here. So, okay, I see what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to lower the attack as much as possible. So whatever I do bring in is going to be basically dominating it because of its attack drop so low. And we're not going to lose swap advantage here. So they're finally realizing, all right, I should probably not farm you all the way down. They're going to be swapping into a Scrafty, and we are going in with Sirfetch'd. Let's go ahead and put in some work with this little ducky here. Getting that Leaf Blade off. They have one shield left. We still have two. And for some reason, I don't shield this up. I wasn't trying to flex. I really wasn't. And in comes Umbreon here. Now we're going to go ahead and shield it up. That's what we're waiting for. We know they have a bunch of energy built up, and even though it's not going to be very effective, like we discussed, Sirfetch'd simply can't take a hit, even if it's not very effective. That's just the way it goes. Look at that quick move damage. Not very effective, but still slowly chunking away here. Going for another one, and they realize it's game over, and they just stay still. Good game. Moving it on to the next one here. What are we going to be met with? It's going to be a Cresselia. Very interesting. So Grass Knot, we are going to take a lot of damage from that, and I realized right away that more than likely that's what they're going to be running. So they do build up quite a bit of energy, so they do have 2 back-to-back. We did lower the attack there, and Shadow Ball will hurt them quite a bit if we are able to get that through. So we're going to go ahead and let this through. We're going to let both of them go through because we do have the Umbreon in the back now. And once this Jellicent does go down, we're going to be able to go in there and start doing stuff. But the thing is, Moonblast, also super effective. We did lower the attack, so it's not going to be doing as much. As a matter of fact, you're going to be able to see how much it actually does because I really want to come out of this battle with a bunch of energy, and they're going to be able to hit a couple of Moonblasts here. So there goes the first one, and they did drop our attack. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, you gotta love that. It's so awesome. So going for our first foul play here. Doing a pretty good amount of damage, and we are going to be farming down at this point and not using any sort of shield. The Umbreon is going to be at very low health, but it is what it is. We're just going to have to deal with that. I don't want to use any shield. Oh, wait. Nope, we're going to have to shield this. Nope, we're letting it... Oh, Grass Knot. All right, we called it. Yeah, that was too soon for a Moonblast. So we're going to... All right, this was wacky. I hit the return, or last resort return, because I figured, you know, they're going to come in with an Umbreon or something, and they go in with a Bastiodon. So I was like, ah, you got to be kidding me. So I swap into Sirfetch'd, and they go into Swampert, and I immediately had a smile on my face because I still have shields. And that thing is going to be taking massive damage. One Leaf Blade and it's GG. And then, of course, we have the Bastiodon in the back that's very weak to fighting. So we are all set up here with our game. And we're just going to go ahead and counter this thing down. We're going to be able to get to a charge. We still have a shield left, though. And this Leaf Blade is going to do some nice damage. And then the counters are just completely eating away at that Steel and Rock type. So shielding up the last move here just in time. It is a Stone Edge. That still would have done a lot of damage, even though we are fighting type. Into the next battle, we're going to be met with a Expert. Okay, see, like we said, we are rising up. All right, what are we going to be met with? It's going to be a Mew. So this is going to be dangerous for both of us because Wild Charge is going to pretty much one-shot us, and Shadow Ball is going to do a ton of damage to that Mew. So we're going to be, yeah, shielding up that. So yeah, that would have done a lot of damage. Finally going for the Bubble Beam, but we're getting a shield out of them, which is great. And they're going to be swapping into a Galarian Stunfisk, and we're going to go ahead and go right into our Sirfetch'd. Rock Slide is not going to be doing that much damage. It is resisted. Still does a decent amount of damage. Earthquake will hurt quite a bit as neutral damage. And we're going to go ahead and shield this up. It is a Rock Slide, so they got a shield out of us, which is fine. And they're going for another charge move, and at this point, it's an obvious Rock Slide, so we're going to go ahead and let that go through. As you can see, taking it pretty nicely. And with a decent amount of energy left over for the next Pokemon, going for the Night Slash here onto the Mew, which would have done super effective. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm able to hit it here, but that's okay. They are using their energy instead of farming down, and I'll take that as well. Going to go ahead and go in here with the Umbreon because, well, your little Wild Charge isn't going to be doing too much to this thing. And there it goes. Look at that. Fantastic. They're going to be swapping into their Registeel, and okay, this is still looking pretty okay because Jellicent is going to be resisting both Blast Cannon and Focus Blast, so let's go. Also, Lock On. All right, so going for that Shadow Ball instantly. There's no more shields on both ends here, so getting pretty risky. Going for the Flash Cannon, which makes sense. Less energy and doing still pretty good amount of damage there. Going to go for the Shadow Ball here. Now, I was contemplating whether I should play this a little differently, but let's see how this does work out. So I am going to be going down. They have a bunch of energy, unfortunately. Umbreon does join the fight here, but I'm thinking it doesn't really matter. They're going to need like 3 Wild Charges, and even at that point, they have no shields and low health. So taking the win there with the Umbreon. Let's go. Into the next battle, we're going to be met with a Pelipper, and this was starting to become more common. I think somebody made a video or something about it. I don't know, but nonetheless, my Hypno really does enjoy meeting that thing with its Thunder Punch. So we still do have the Umbreon here. We're getting a shield out of them instantly, which is fantastic. We still need to worry about Hurricane. Now, they're going to be going for the Hurricane because I lowered the attack, and I don't want to shield the Pokemon that's attack's been dropped, so they know. Throw the Hurricane and then swap. And there we go. We have another one of these dang Tropius. So let's do this Tropius thing. Going to be going for the Foul Play. And doesn't really, it's doing decent damage. Back and forth. We're, both bulky Pokemon over here, so it is going to take a minute to get this battle over with. Going for another Leaf Blade, And yeah, I mean, that Tropius, where's Mawile at? Where's my Ninetales? So we're just going to work our way through this here. At this point, we will be shielding this up. We want to kind of keep this, neck to neck here. That would have bring me down pretty much like no HP. And they're going to be swapping, keeping it alive. And I'm going to be staying in here and going for the foul play onto that Pelipper. And then we're going to instantly swap into our Jellicent and hit that Shadow Ball here. Let's see. This is just a Bubble Beam. No worries. They're going to be letting it go through. What are they going to come back into the battle with here? Making their decision. We're waiting for the clock. And it is going to be a Galarian Stunfisk. So we're going to go ahead and start lowering that attack ASAP. And doing super effective damage while we're at it. Now we're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball here. Let's see if we can get this through. This will do a lot of damage. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, that's great. And they're swapping into Tropius. Okay, that's fine. Bye, Tropius, with the Umbreon. And in comes the Galarian Stunfisk. We're going to absolutely let this go through. And we're just going to go in here with the Sirfetch'd. And this is a GG's. Going to simply shield this up in case it's an Earthquake, which it is going to be an Earthquake. Because that's all they have left is the Kamikaze. And, making me think that they're going to bait. Good game into the next battle. We're going to be met with a Vigoroth. This is fantastic. They're going to be instantly swapping into a Galvantula, and honestly, I'm going to say I threw this because I was thinking what I should do. All right, still thinking. Okay, processed. We're going to go ahead and go Sirfetch'd. Let's see if we can catch a lunge here. All right, well, I mean, I wouldn't say I caught it because they probably intentionally did that. First, lower the attack, but they're still going to be shielding it up. Now, this is more than likely a discharge. No, another lunge. We're letting it go through. Okay, that's still taking us out. We still have 2 shields left, so sorry, Sirfetch'd. You're still good, buddy, but we had to use you there. So bringing in the Ninetales, and they're going to be going for discharge. I should have known better. All right, we're going to be farming them down. We still have 2 shields left. Jellicent has about a little over half health, so not the worst position yet. And we're going to be going for the Weather Ball onto the Vigoroth, and then going for another one here, putting the pressure on big time. See if we can get that last shield. And nope, not yet. We're still holding on to 2 of them. They're going to be going into their Altaria here. And this is looking fantastic. So the way we're going to be playing this is, I think, yeah, hit the Shadow Ball and don't shield up to Jellicent, right? Go in here with the Alolan Ninetales and farm down like crazy. We still have 2 shields left, and then just spam the Vigoroth with charge moves, and we're going to be looking good to go. So in comes the Ninetales, doing massive damage because of the flying and dragon typing, taking them out, gaining a bunch of energy. We have 2 Weather Balls ready to go. We're going to get a shield out of them, I'm sure. All right, glad to see that they're still trying to put up a fight. That's awesome. And we're going to go ahead and go for the next Weather Ball here. We're going to take the win. GG's. And we win with 2 shields. All right, looking good. I think that happens a few times here. On to the next battle. We're met with a Galarian Stunfisk, and this is a fine matchup for me. I don't mind it whatsoever, and they know it. They're going to be swapping into Pelipper, and what we're going to do before we do back out, or at least swap, is going to go ahead and throw the Bubble Beam to lower their attack, and then swap into the Alolan Ninetales. We're not going to be doing super effective damage with our Powdered Snow and Weather Ball, but it is going to be neutral. So they're going to be hitting us with their Weather Ball, and of course this is going to be another one because I was way too quick, right? And that's fine. We did reduce the attack, so it's not going to be doing as much. So we're going to go ahead and let those go through, hitting it with Weather Ball in return, and it's doing quite a bit. Ours is, of course, going to be ice, and theirs is going to be water. And going for another one, taking them out. Surprisingly, they let it go through. Guess they did not want to use 2 shields there. Going back in with the Galarian Stunfisk, and this is fantastic. We're going to absolutely let this go through, no problem. And go in here with the Sirfetch'd and start putting in work. They're going to be swapping into a Jumpluff. And I forgot to mention, big shout out to this trainer here. This is my friend. I just realized because of the Jumpluff. Yeah, this is good games. And actually, I'm going to show you how we are actually able to gain our friend points. So, yeah, this is GG's. Jumpluff was a big surprise, and it threw me off. And it is going to be part flying. So Sirfetch'd is not going to appreciate any of that. And then the Jellicent is going to be water. So, yeah, Energy Ball. And it also has Aerial Ace, so he literally had the perfect counter to go up against me. But that's cool. It's always nice running into somebody on your friends list in GBL, as well as getting your friendship points for the day. And yeah. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go and bringing you some more Go Battle League battles. Thanks for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.